12.0.5 is officially live. A bit broken. Hey, there's some shit you can't do just yet, but the things you should do first to earn every reward in this patch. Let's get into this one, basically a kickoff of 12.0.5 and how to get this shit started. Here we go from the Comeback Kids.
Okay, so the new patch has arrived, and with multiple new systems, gearing paths, and things of importance, I'm going to give you the perfect route with everything and what to do in top priority, starting with what gives you the most player power immediately, then moving into
I'm sure this video assumes that things are not broken. Things are broken. Things are broken. So I will mention that as the video goes on, what you shouldn't maybe do right now.
Everything else after that, so you can progress through it as efficiently as possible. Without wasting any more time, let's jump into it. So firstly, on patch day, before you farm or jump into any new content, step number 1 absolutely needs to be finishing your Void Forge quest line in the Void Storm. Now, if you've been keeping up with your weekly progression, you should be on the final step now, and unlocking this system is of course incredibly massive to shooting your item level as quickly as possible this patch. Now, if you haven't, I'm releasing this video a day before the patch releases, so this should be your heads up in going to Decimus in the Void Forge and knocking this out as much as you can, because everything else we're going to talk about becomes more valuable once this is unlocked. Now, once you complete the Void Forge quest lane, you gain something called the Nebulous Void Cores, and these are essentially a brand new version of bonus loot. Quick TLDR, after you complete endgame content like Mythic Plus, Raids, Bountiful Delves, or Nightmare Prey Hunts, you can spend one of these Void Cores to get an additional piece of loot from that exact act.
Yeah, you could spend one of the Void Cores to get additional loot, or you spend 2 of the Void Cores in a raid to get some best in slot gear. But wait, don't do it yet. I mean, at least as of when this video is going, when I'm watching this video, currently people are using these, but they're getting 2 of the same items. So you got 2 charges of these, they bonus roll twice, and they get 2 of the same items, which shouldn't be happening because this list of contains the following items is supposed to get smaller as you get things. It's supposed to basically stop you from re-rolling on the same shit and getting the same thing again. So say you got the Eternal Void Song chain on your first bonus loot roll, this would disappear from this list and it would only have these 3 things the next time you want a bonus roll. It's currently broken. It's not working that way. For some reason, people are getting doubles, so just be careful. Maybe wait a couple days, or at least until the next reset, which they're doing another server downtime today, so maybe after that it'll be fixed. But currently, there's some issues with it.
Every time you get an item using a Void Core, that item is actually removed from the loot pool for that activity on that difficulty. So over time, you're slowly narrowing down the table until you're basically forcing the exact item you want. So for example, a lot of players are going to be focusing this on something like Mythic Gaze of the Allseer in the new raid, which is of course the best in slot for most DPS specs in the game.
Even
also, when it comes to Mythic Plus, it's important to know that if you use a Void Core after completing a Mythic Plus 10 key, it will give you loot that scales with your Great Vault item level, meaning you can get Mythic Track gear from that as well, which is huge. Now,
that is huge.
It's important to remember that there is a limit on how many of these you get and you're able to use per week, so you don't want to just throw them around randomly. You want to actually plan what you're targeting, whether it's a specific trinket, a weapon, or a major upgrade slot in general. I highly recommend never using this on a hero track item and targeting as much myth track loot as possible. Either use your bonus rolls at mythic, rating level, of course, I know it's difficult, but there, or use it at a mythic plus 10 level. Anything else you're using on hero gear, that's most likely going to get replaced in no time at this point with how easy gearing is in World of Warcraft, so don't make this mistake, as you only get a limited amount of these.
Well, I kind of disagree with that, though, because if you get some of the, if you get like a weapon, best in slot weapon, hero track, or best in slot trinkets hero track, you can use the other feature that just went live with this patch, which is the, God, what's that other thing called? It converts over your shit to the next thing up. The Void Forge, Nebulous Void Cores is the new thing. And this right here, elementary, the unlocking the Nebulous Void, Ascendant Void Cores. There's so many currencies and names in this game. I can't remember shit anymore. The Ascendant Void Cores will allow you to push your item level of your hero track items into myth track. So it's not completely useless to use that shit on hero track items, because you can push them up even further. But that thing that I just mentioned, the Ascendant Void Cores, those are not available yet. There's gonna be like there's 4 weeks of questing to do to get that shit.
Then the best part is the second part of the system with Ascendant Void Cores. This is a quest line that unlocks, and you're able to fully upgrade your best.
All I had to do was let the video play a little bit, and he would have fucking said the name for me. Ascendant Void Cores. He's talking about it now. Shocker, if I had pre-watched the fucking video, I would have known that. But I didn't, because I don't pre-watch this shit. Looking at you, all you fuckboys in the damn comment section. Jesus Christ.
Gear, whether it be weapon or trinkets, to push their item level to 298. So to simplify and tell you exactly what to do right when you log in, first things first, complete the quest line.
Did he say what the limit is? Are you talking about the void cores? I mean, you get 2 per week, so that there's a limit in terms of how many weeks there are in the, you know, in the patch cycle. But 2 per week is what you get on that. You can use them for 2 separate rerolls, or if you're in a raid and you use them, it's 2. It takes 2 charges to reroll in a raid. So that's how you do it. 3 if your vault is shit. That's right. You can get a void core from your vault as well. I already talked about that in one of my videos on my channel. If you get the coins, you know, your bad luck coins, if nothing in your vault is good, if you get 6 of those coins, you can actually purchase another one. So you can technically get 3. That's right.
Decimus for the Void Forge, upgrade it, and get everything settled. I'm not sure exactly when we'll be able to make our, 298 weapons and trinkets. It could be as early as this week. It could be next week. Every time I tried to test it on the PTR, I would just bug out and Blizzard would just reset my quest progress, which sucked. So be on the lookout.
Yeah, it's bugging out. The real thing, too.
For that, as it should just be another quest chain that you accept from Decimus to start in the Void Storm. Next up, in terms of more things that can give you direct power, this one is a little bit less than the Void Forge, but it's going to be the Ritual Sites and Void Assaults events. First up, of course, you want to make sure you grab your Ritual Sites quest out in Silvermoon to
Edgrove, 53 months of priming. Oh my god, this prime time. That's right. Keep giving them primes, boys. Thank you so much, Edgrove. I appreciate that. I'll take them primes all day, all day. Thank you, man. Death Knight of our Scourge, 53 months, Jesus.
Take all of this off. From there, you grab all the side quests to complete, which are just pretty much there to help you unlock all of the affixes for Ritual.
Doof, thank you for the follow, man.
Sites. So the second you head to a site, you have to start at a low-level challenge mode and not really have anything unlocked. And the idea is you're going in there, you're completing the quests that are incredibly basic, you turn them in, you unlock the affixes, and then you continue to scale through the challenge mode. The whole system rewards you with a currency called field accolades, and the idea is if you gather enough of these field accolades, you can take them to a vendor to purchase champion or hero track gear in a chest. Understand that the higher in challenge you go with Ritual Sites and the more affixes tied to everything, you'll substantially increase the amount of accolades you can earn at once. So the idea, of course, is very simple here. Turn on as many affixes as you can at the highest challenge level possible to earn as many accolades as you can. Not only that, to earn some of the highest rewards for this patch, you're going to need to take these field accolades and spend them on chest at the vendor, which will then give you a random piece of tier 2 recolored cosmetic. This is right next to the gear vendor.
Where you get your
and
tier
you
2
have to understand these
from.
are only 5 accolades each, but when you buy them, you get a random cosmetic.
This is so scuffed by Blizzard. It really is. I don't know why they did this shit. You got so if you want your tier 2 recolored Death Knight helm, you got to buy the helm box, and then it's just you and your luck. If you get the Death Knight one or the Mage one or the Druid one, say you get the wrong one, guess what you got to do? Go buy it again. Go grind that shit out again. It's yes, Sam, you're scuffed. That's true.
From them. It's just completely RNG and random. I think it's absolutely ridiculous that we have to purchase these.
Did I hear that it takes 2 void cores to reroll once on raid? Ouch. Yes, that's true. But I mean, I don't like it. But it's because I'm assuming it's because raid items are best in slot. Like most of your biz gear comes from raid, so I guess they wanted to charge more for those rerolls because you're essentially guaranteeing you're going to get the biz item eventually.
At random instead of just buying a complete set that we want, but it is what it is. It's not too hard to farm out. Whatever. Not only that, progressing through these will also push you through the Ritual Site Renown track, which can give you a wide variety of rewards as well. This is a simple track Renown that can give you things such as mounts, cosmetics, currencies, and other rewards for your character to progress through. Now,
I don't know if he's going to mention it for Ritual Sites, but probably the biggest part about it is it gives 269 item level. If you do the tier 5 with 4 affix things attached, you get 269 item level gear from your vault. Fucking massive.
Now, when it comes to the Void Assaults, the open world content, these are just open world versions of ritual sites that give identical rewards. You get a little cash at the end of each one that you finish. They give you a wide variety of currencies as well as field accolades. And listen, the truth of the matter is if you're anywhere between hero track and mythic track gear and you're like above 270 item level, you're really not going to need to do these for player power. However, these could be potentially big if you're leveling up some ultimate characters and you can get yourself in a group that can farm them out efficiently. Not only could it be pretty good for XP, but completing these through testing, they could also give you field accolades and some other currencies as well, which could be really nice the second you hit max level for getting a character prep, for doing endgame content such as Raid and Mythic Plus and stuff like that. So it could be pretty good for alternate characters to get them ready to go. Now, when it comes to some other side bits of content, the first one is the Abyssal Anglers. This one really isn't for player power as well. It's more for fun, a couple cosmetics, housing decorations, and it's a pretty good way to farm Fused Vitality, which is used to create your epic crafting tools right now in Midnight World of Warcraft.
I didn't know that.
So simply, the idea is you talk to the quest vendor up in the northeast section of Zolomon. He gives you a little...
Somebody today said this is broken too. I don't know if it's currently broken still. But fun, I don't know. But this thing, you go under. He's going to show it. You spearfish, basically.
Introductory quest into the diving system. You go down in there and you do your thing. You hunt fish, you look for treasure, and just collect as much stuff as you can before you have to go back up for air. It's a very straightforward event. Nothing to stress out here. You don't need any crazy in-depth guide. Complete the quest, have some fun, and earn your currency. Now, there's also achievements tied to this event where if you complete these achievements, you can purchase better diving equipment so you can stay down there longer during the event and just generally do more stuff efficiently and collect more resources at once, which is kind of cool. So that could be worthwhile if you want to invest in that stuff and really farm it out and, collect everything. I would say overall, like I said, this all seems very straightforward in the event. There's nothing crazy to break your head over. One thing that I saw that was kind of cool was like a super rare legendary fish that has like 99 armor attached to it, which seemed absolutely insane. So I don't know if you're going to have to do this with a group or a raid or something, but I'm excited to see the reward for this bad boy nevertheless. One quick tip when I found for optimizing the event, I just found the best way to earn high scores is simply just dash around and pick up treasures. I actually think they need to buff the amount of rewards you gain from killing fish, because killing fish is substantially harder than just simply flying around getting the treasures. So also, when it comes to the Decor duel, honestly, there's absolutely nothing of power here at all to improve your gameplay. This is quite literally just simply for fun. And you get a couple cosmetics as well as some housing decoration items. These include cool staves, little pole arms, one-handed sword, dagger, bow, and even a shield that looked like the old Silvermoon Guard items back in the old Silvermoon City, which I actually thought was really cool because I've always wanted that. Not only that, there are a couple housing items here, so all in all, if you're not into anything for cosmetic or I guess technically fun, you really don't need to do any of this content if you don't want to. But
no, you don't.
If you want to earn some of this stuff like the cosmetics, housing items, little mount, play the game a little bit, have some fun, goof off, you can do that, and it's as simple as that. Really quick,
I thought he said jerk off for a second. I was like, I don't know if that's what Decor duels were made for, but okay. But yeah, Decor duels, if you want to be a Silvermoon Guard, there's basically the entire Silvermoon Guard transmog that you can get from there.
I wanted to touch on a couple brand new Mythic Plus rewards this season that Blizzard added out of nowhere. First up, you have the brand new achievement called the Midnight Keystone Myth, and this is earned by...
It's currently broken. You can't, even if you get over 3400, you're not going to get the achievement yet. You can get there. That's not broken. The rating system's still working. IO, all that's still working. But you won't get the achievement because it's broken. It's broken. They're going to fix it, though.
3,400
when they fix it, you'll get
rating.
it. And
once again, if you hit that 3,400, you will get something called a Time Lost Saddle. And this lets you go to Lindormi, the panda lady for the, whole Mythic Plus system, and choose a mount of your choice, including a variety of new mounts, but also...
Not broken, time-gated. No, Blizzard said themselves it's broken. They dropped they released a blue post saying that the feature is broken currently, but they're working on fixing it.
Previous Keystone Master and Keystone Legend mounts from old seasons. So if you're interested in some hyper exclusive, mounts and stuff like that, definitely go after these. And lastly, there's the Champion mount, which you need to earn by hitting the top 1% of Mythic Plus players in your region. And this rewards you with a brand new exclusive mount. So this is basically your, gladiator club equivalent for the Mythic Plus system. We don't have any visuals on these mounts because it wasn't active on the PTR as of testing. So I guess we'll have to see how all of this looks on the reset. Also, to quickly wrap it up, there are also a lot of new mounts coming in this patch as well. To be completely transparent, there's a lot of this stuff, and I don't really know how to get. And personally, I'm not a mount collector. I really have never really cared for mounts, and I'm definitely not going to go for them over on the PTR. But Dalaran Gaming put out a really awesome video just the other day, literally breaking down how to get every brand new mount this patch. Really awesome video. This guy's been making content forever. If you've ever played WoW, you definitely know who Dalaran Gaming is. So if you're interested, go check out his video. Awesome content. He's making some badass stuff over there. Now, really quick, don't want to waste your time. I'm going to give you a nice little priority checklist on what to do start to finish the second you log into this patch, so you're not confused and you have a nice little route. I highly recommend screenshotting this at the end, having it ready on your second monitor when patch day arrives. So first and foremost, kick off your day with the Void Forge questline and unlock and complete everything possible, as this is going to be the biggest power spike available to us at the moment.
True.
Bonus rolls and the potential 298 weapons are game-changing at this moment in time, and if you're going to use your bonus rolls, remember to use them on either Mythic plus 10 dungeons for myth track loot, or Mythic raid kills, as hero gear at this point is kind of going to become obsolete, and these are pretty rare to get. So only use these bonus rolls on Mythic plus 10s or Mythic track raid items. If you're desperate for some loot like hero track items, I highly recommend, of course, doing your weekly delve treasure map, but also farming out ritual sites as much as you can. When you're in your ritual sites, do your best to complete as many high challenges as possible with as many...
If anything, do them to fill out your vault. It's the best vault gear you can get as a solo player. Ritual sites are 1 to 5 player content. If you do it by yourself, it is by far and away the best solo content you can do in the game right now. Better than delves even. 269 gear from your vault. That's a big deal.
Fixes as possible to increase your score as quickly as you can to buy as many chests as possible. If you're looking for just the Tier 2 HD remastered cosmetics, you can simply just purchase these instead if you don't want to use these tokens on player power. If you're looking to level up some alternate characters or find other ways to farm out these tokens, complete the Void Assaults out in the open world as well. If you're looking for some fun activities to do, complete the diving event as well as Decor duels, as they'll give you a decent amount of fun rewards. And don't forget about the 3400 Mythic Plus achievement, as well as the top 1% achievement for Mythic Plus this season. Lastly, if you're looking to gain the new mounts for this patch, check out Dalaran's video down in the description below. But yes, ladies and gentlemen, that is going to wrap up today's video on exactly what to do to get all the rewards from patch 12.0.5 quickly. Hope you guys got something out of this video. Don't forget, take that screenshot, pull it up on your second monitor, and I'll see you guys in the next one. By the way, if you guys are interested, over on our second channel, we are posting news videos pretty consistently talking about the state of World of Warcraft, all things coming, all that fun stuff. So if you guys are interested in seeing some more Comeback Kids content, check out the second channel, go check it out, like, subscribe, whatever may have you. Hey everybody, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the content, consider subscribing,
now we know what to do.
Check out one of the videos you see on screen here to stay up to date on all things Warcraft. My name's Sky for the Comeback Kids. It's an absolute pleasure to make content for you all. I'll see you in the next one.
Yeah, nice one. I think for the most part, I touched on the things that are kind of broken right now. Look, it is what it is. It's an early patch launch. I will say, if you really want to use your bonus rolls, just use one. Don't use both right now. Or if you're in raid, you could do it. But for some reason, it's that second roll that people are using right now. It's giving them a second piece of gear. Like, it's not properly removing the item from the list of items that you can get again. So just be careful with that. Otherwise, I mean, yeah, just you can play the game and see what the fuck's broken, what's working, what's not working. But nice video overall from the Comeback Kids.